Naomi ran faster than her legs could carry her as Mama Emeka, the woman she had slept with her husband, chased after her with a stick. This wasn't the first time it was happening, but Naomi had always found a way to escape. In the past few days, Naomi had slept with almost 10 men in her village. She had no shame at all. Some women at the market said Naomi was not normal. Others said she was probably cursed. The complaints kept coming, and Naomi's parents felt ashamed to even call her their daughter. Married women visited with warning that Naomi should leave their husbands alone, but still Naomi refused. When Naomi's mother tried talking to her, Naomi would say it wasn't her fault. She said the men came to her and she forced no one. This was what Naomi said anytime her mother tried talking to her. She clearly showed that she wasn't interested in what her mother was saying. All Naomi did all day was sleep around, get paid, and eat. No matter what her parents did, Naomi remained the same. She said this was the life she wanted and no one could change her. Her parents had done terrible things to her, but Naomi stood her ground. Her father had beaten her until he felt tired. Her mother had poured grounded pepper on her body, but still, Naomi still wandered in the night until the smell came. Naomi scrubbed her skin badly because of her extremely bad body odor that smelled like rotten fish. It was a harsh, irritating smell that came from inside her body, and no matter what she did, the smell refused to go. She had tried using the best village cream and perfumes, but it only made it worse. When she passed the village path, everyone covered their noses and distanced themselves from her. Some people at the market called her a dead fish. A woman spat on the ground and said Naomi was better off inside and told her never to come out again. These little words broke Naomi into pieces and she could only cry. As days went by, the smell only became worse, and soon neighbors began to complain. At first, it was Mama Ejiro. She came one morning and asked them to check if something rotten was kept inside. She said she had asked other neighbors and all said this smell was coming from their compound. Next, it was Papa John, who lived 4 huts away. He suggested they take Naomi to look for help elsewhere than leave her inside to disturb their air. Naomi's parents felt embarrassed. They had given her herbs to drink, they had prayed, but no matter what they did, nothing worked. Naomi's body odor became unbearable that even her parents couldn't take it anymore. The smell grew so strong that no one could enter her hut. Naomi's condition spread round the village like wildfire. Everyone had something or the other to say. When Naomi's mother's friend suggested she take Naomi to see a native doctor at the neighboring village, Naomi's mother didn't hesitate. She had no option left. Before the sun was up the next morning, Naomi and her mother set out with little food and water. The village wasn't that far, so they went by foot to avoid disturbing other passengers on the local bus. After long hours of walking, they arrived at the native doctor's compound as described. It was a small old hut in a compound that looked like no one lived there. They entered and met an old man with grey hair. He welcomed them inside and told them to sit. Before Naomi's mother could say anything, he said he knew why they had come. Then he pointed at Naomi. He said she deserved it. He said she had brought this upon herself because she refused to listen. At that point, Naomi knew what he was talking about. She began to cry, and he told her to stop because tears wouldn't change anything. He told them that a woman named Mama Emeka had done this to her because she did things with her husband. Naomi walked back home with her mother, who covered her nose throughout because of her extremely bad body odor that smelled like rotten fish. When they reached their village, everyone knew the smell had returned, and one could perceive it even without seeing Naomi. Naomi sat on her mat and cried bitterly. She regretted everything she had done. The next day, she and her mother visited Mama Emeka, the woman who had done this to her. When Mama Emeka saw them, she stared at Naomi with so much anger in her eyes. Naomi's mother immediately began to beg. She said Naomi was sorry and was just acting childish. She pleaded that Mama Emeka should undo it, but she refused. Mama Emeka told them to leave her house because her compound was already smelling terribly. She said Naomi was going to remain like that forever because it served her right. But Naomi's mother continued begging. After what felt like forever, plus the awful odor, Mama Emeka agreed. She told them to go, that she was going to undo it. In the next few days, Naomi sat on her mat waiting patiently, and for a moment they thought of going back, but soon the smell disappeared. Naomi cried her eyes out.
She was totally fine now, and that was how Naomi learned to stay away from married men.